top coaches according to coaches. Who are some coaches in your industry that you highly respect and know for certain are genuinely good coaches in their field?
Yeah, sure. And maybe I don't know all the coaches in the field that are active at the moment. I speak with some of them at different summits around the world, like the SOPOT summit. And of course, I was in RSD, so I know like quite a lot of those guys pretty well. Basically, anybody out there who has a really good library of in-field video, and they have demonstrated it, from start to finish with a range of different people who are attractive, they're usually the most verified and best coaches. Also, coaches who really care about their students, they're also the best coaches as well. And of course, even if a coach has really good infield video and they care about the students, sometimes the coach sets things up in such a way that there's one coach among 10 people, or you can't really work with that coach directly because they have assistant coaches. So some of the guys who I openly recommend, who I say, one great guy you can work with is Todd Valentine. He was with me in RSD since 2007. So when I began in 2007, he had been involved with RSD for a couple of years. He was Xaneus from the game, the tent boy from the game. And he cares, he's committed, he's really good at dealing with guys who are very like engineering minded. So the engineers and the accountants and the scientific guys, they get drawn to him. My comparison between me and Todd is that I think he does 3-day programs at the moment, like boot camp style, which is good. And I think you work directly with him, which is really good. He used to do like 8 days with 10 students and assistants. Whereas I do 9 students, 5 week, no assistants. In my experience, having assistants, it can create complexity because I'm in this for the long haul, and the assistants might come along for a little while, and they try to break up and make their own company. So Todd is really, really good. I also love Jeffy. Jeffy used to be kind of, intense, kind of crazy, but now I had lunch with him maybe 2 weeks ago. Now he goes all in. He's not messing around with assistants. It's good coach to student ratio. He cares about the guys. And also Jeffy is exciting to work with because he'll party. Like Jeff parties on the program. So I don't party that much. I'm really there like working with the students directly, but that's not as eventful as working with Jeffy. So, pros and cons, the kind of things you want. Also, Jeff is like born in about 1975, I think. 1976, I think he is. And I'm born in 1985. So he appeals to an older demographic. And also, he also appeals to a younger demographic because he can really play like that Obi-Wan figure. So Todd and Jeff I both really like. There's some other guys. The guys from Australia. Yeah, Social Freedom. And those guys generally do programs on the Gold Coast, Australia, and they're in Mexico at the moment. And that's quite a good deal. You have like 5 or 6 days with 2 coaches as a one-on-one. So that's pretty cool. And then other guys, there's another group who I thought was cool. Ultimate Man Project seems to be pretty good. As in like a big Facebook group, good missions, some pretty good feedback. But I don't know. I've only seen them at the SOPOT Summit, but they seem to be very respectful. They were on point. They seem like professional young guys, and they're doing things well in terms of their marketing. I don't know how good they are in field. So that's all I know. But I'm talking about like in-field live coaching. That's who I think are the best of the best. And me and Todd have been doing it the most. We have 2 different types of programs. Jeff has been doing it a lot as well. And you can all you guys are there. You probably know the people who I do know, who I worked with one-to-one, and I'm deliberately not including their names in that list. So read from that what you will.
Since you mentioned that Todd was the guy in the tent, I did know this. I just want to read something from the book to just refresh everyone's memories. So, I think this is where he's introduced. And then there was Xaneus. He lived in a tent in the backyard. Xaneus was a short, stocky, fresh-faced college soccer player from Colorado. Yeah, that's definitely him.
Yeah. That's him.
who had begged to live in the house. He said he'd sleep anywhere and do anything. So Papa, RSD Papa, pitched a tent for him, asked him to pay for utilities and house cleaning, and brought him into the RSD fold as an intern. Oh, that's I
Yeah.
haven't read that for, oh my god, 7 years.
It's still a pretty good narrative. It's still a pretty good book. So yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.